There's an old boarding house, walls mottled with moss, hidden deep within Alley 45, where sunlight rarely reaches, and even fewer dare to pass. Locals only call it House Number 4 before quickly turning away, as if saying the name alone invites something unwelcome. At the end of a creaking staircase, room number 4 stands quietly at the corridor's end, its door faded and the number nearly worn away. No one speaks of it aloud, yet everyone knows. No one ever stays in that room for more than 3 nights. Some leave without a word. Others simply vanish, leaving behind nothing but an empty, cold, and silent room, like no one ever came. Nam, a fresh-faced student from the countryside, wandered the city for days before finding a place so cheap it felt unreal. The room was upstairs, old and dim, but with his wallet nearly empty, Nam had no luxury of choice. The landlord, a middle-aged woman with hollow eyes, looked at Nam only once before handing over the key and said flatly, "If you can't handle it, don't try." No explanation, no smile, no questions. That sentence echoed in Nam's mind as he moved in, part warning, part resignation. At first, Nam thought it was just rats. In a place this old, it would be strange not to have them. But then he noticed something off. The sounds weren't chaotic like scurrying, they were rhythmic. Clack, clack, clack. 3 knocks, then silence. Every time the sound came, the air thickened like tar. It didn't echo, it didn't drift. It felt like it came from directly beneath the wooden floor, right under his bed, as if someone was down there, knocking, waiting. Nam told no one, partly because he feared being mocked, but mostly because even he wasn't sure what he'd heard. But by the second night, it wasn't just the sound. He stayed awake, clutching his blanket, eyes locked on the shadows under his bed. Then he heard it, something slithering, slow and damp, like fingernails dragging gently across wood. The air froze. He stiffened, paralyzed. It was crawling up from the floor, and this time, it wanted to be seen. Nam splashed cold water on his face, hoping to shake off the dread. But when he looked up into the mirror, his heart stopped. Behind him, in the reflection, stood a tall, dark figure. No face, no motion, just there, silently, as if it had always been there. He spun around. Nothing. The room was empty. But the mirror still showed him, and only him. Still. The weight of that presence lingered in the air, as if it hadn't left, as if it was simply hiding from sight. Nam stared into the mirror, trying to calm himself. Then something made his blood run cold. The reflection no longer matched the room. The cracked wall behind him? Gone. The nailed-shut window? Now just a foggy void. In the mirror, the room had twisted into something darker, warped, cold, and separate. And deep within that fog, something was watching back. In a crumbling corner, behind a rotting plank, he found an old notebook. The first page was yellowed, scrawled with a shaky hand. Nam, rented from March 12th. The name made him freeze. Nam, just like him. The following pages were chaotic, rushed notes, torn edges, as if someone had tried to hide a truth too dangerous. On the last page, only a few trembling lines remained, written in panic. "Third night. It knows I'm afraid. Don't reflect. Don't look in the mirror." And then nothing. No date, no signature. Whoever wrote it never left. On the 3rd night, he sealed every door, unplugged everything, covered the mirror with a black cloth and sealed it with tape, like he was trapping something inside. The room sank into utter darkness, save for the flickering light of his phone. He thought it was enough. But it didn't need doors to enter, didn't need windows, didn't need light. When the clock passed 2:13 a.m., the air turned ice cold. Something was in the room, right behind him, waiting for him to breathe, just to know he was still alive. Exactly 2 minutes and 13 seconds of dead silence. No footsteps, no breathing, even the night wind seemed to halt. Then, a scream. Not long, not broken, just one sharp, desperate cry like lungs crushed in fear. The neighbors jolted awake, but after that, no sounds, no fleeing, no doors opening, no trace of life. Only room 4, sealed shut, steeped in darkness and silence, forever. Room number 4 is always vacant. Every few weeks, a new tenant shows up, usually students, strangers, people no one really knows. The rent is cheap, The amenities basic. The landlord never says much, just hands over the key. There's always someone new. But the old tenants, no one ever sees them leave. Room 4 opens in, but it never opens out.